Tell us your name, age, and occupation. Go ahead.
My name's Azalea. I'm 31, and I'm a flight attendant and content creator.
What kind of content do you?
Twitch streaming, OnlyFanns, and yeah.
All right. What about you?
My name is Lexi. I am 22 years old, and I'm a full-time sex worker.
Okay. And when you say sex worker, what do you mean?
I do content creating like on OnlyFanns, as well as stripping at strip clubs, and I work as a legal courtesan in Nevada.
A courtesan?
Meaning a legal prostitute.
Okay. So have you ever been to a court?
No.
Like, not like for criminal reasons, but like have you ever
You know
been
what I
in
meant.
No, but like courtesan, you know. I mean, there's still kings out there that have a court. So you could, like the Philippines, do they have a king? Do you know?
I don't think no.
There's
the
some
countries
kings
you
out
coulda
there.
chose.
There's the king of Sweden, so like an actual, court.
Courtesan.
Okay, all right. She's a courtesan, folks. Okay. What about
A
you?
legal prostitute. That's the term for it.
Okay.
Hi, my name's Pixie. I'm 24 years old, and I stream politics on Twitch.
All right. Welcome back.
I'm Essie. I'm 24. I have 2 jobs. My passion is social media management, and then I do OnlyFans as well.
Hey there, I'm Olivia Bentley, and I am an intimacy coach. I am a legal sex worker, and I am an OnlyFans content creator.
Did you say age?
46.
46. Okay, got it.
Hi, I'm Tara. I'm 22 years old, and I'm an EEG technician and research assistant in the field of clinical neuroscience.
I'm Lily. I'm 23 years old, and I'm a couple things. I'm a student at Belmont. I'm graduating soon, and I'm a personal trainer, and my goal is to be a worship artist. Gotta make money, though.
I am Candace Owens. I'm a wife. I'm a mother first, and I also obviously have a political podcast, documentary filmmaker, and I just create a ton of content regarding what's going on in the media landscape.
Sweet. And you have tomorrow a documentary coming soon.
Yes.
Convicting a murderer.
I'm very excited about that.
What time does it drop?
You can watch it live on X tomorrow night, so we're super excited about that. It also will be available on Daily Wire Plus. The first 2 episodes will be free. And yeah, it's jumping into kind of building on Netflix made Making a Murderer, made it seem as if Stephen Avery was guilty. I don't know if you guys watched that. It was everyone was obsessed with this idea that the justice system got it wrong. We kind of went in, re-examined the case, and created Convicting a Murderer, which is a 10-part series, first docu-series I think we've ever done at the Daily Wire. Extremely proud of it. It's apolitical first and foremost, and it's it's been a labor of love. So I'm super excited to bring it to everybody and to change people's minds about what they thought they originally knew about the case. So, yeah.
And you went boots on the ground in, what is it, Manitowoc County?
I went to Stephen Avery's
the junkyard.
Yep. And yeah, I like to get my hands dirty in terms of really understanding what's going on and talking to people in the town and seeing how they are impacted. Because for us, we scroll through our cell phones aimlessly and we comment on these cases, but real lives are impacted when something goes viral, and especially when something goes viral and produces the wrong answer, lives can be destroyed. And in this particular circumstance, you have a man and his nephew that are in prison, and they get love letters, and they've got fiancés and adoring fans and people writing songs about them. And that's all because Netflix was able to produce a docuseries, and people believe that everything they watch is real. And so I'm really interested in dissecting the deceptive media narrative in a bunch of different circumstances. Just, what they're feeding people, what people think is the norm, what people think will bring them happiness, what people think is true. And so that's kind of been my shtick, so to speak, for the last 9 years.
I remember seeing Making a Murder when it came out. I think it was 2015.
Correct.
And then they came out with like a part 2 a couple years later. And basically, my understanding is your documentary is saying, nah, he did that shit. Is that about?
And that's the most eloquent way to put it.
I mean, there's obviously you would go into some details, and you've reanalyzed the court footage and the documents, and
just showing people what they didn't want you to see, essentially.
Yeah.
Because when people decide on a narrative, the media gets fully behind it. It's a full court effort. It's supported by the usual pundits and suspects. Alec Baldwin got behind the Stephen Avery innocent train. Nobody thought about the woman who actually was killed and murdered. Trevor Noah got behind it. You know, I kind of say anything that goes from Netflix to Alec Baldwin to Trevor Noah, you should immediately have your radar up and just go, am I hearing the truth or am I listening to propaganda? And I'm fascinated by the impact of propaganda. I've been impacted by propaganda. You know, I'm obviously a person that started with liberal tendencies. I think everyone knows that part of my story. I was left-leaning, so to speak, and now I'm super conservative. So it's right on par with everything that I do and everything that I've learned in my life about, you know, not just accepting what the media is trying to spoon-feed you.
One question, so, and I don't know if you want to save some of this for what's in the actual documentary, but what would you say is like the most egregious thing Making a Murderer did that they just either something that was deceptive or something that was omitted? If there's one thing that was just the biggest smoking gun, or
Yeah, well, I think I can definitely tell you this because this will be within the next 24 hours. People will be able to see this. But just skipping over who he was before they believed was wrongly convicted of this murder. People tend to tell you who they are early on, and a person that's torturing animals and cats and dogs, and you know, in a relationship that is, you know, with a minor who's crying and talking about that, you know, he just had a very long, thick packet of crimes that they decided not to mention or to entirely diminish and make it seem like, oh, that was nothing. Yeah, so what? He threw a cat in a fire and doused it in gasoline, the family pet. Not normal behavior, not something that we do when we have a couple of drinks. And I think that was kind of the most egregious thing, really unpacking everything that they chose to leave out about who he was.
Can I make a pitch to you and to the Daily Wire for the next documentary? Can you guys look into the Tiger King? Could you guys maybe put Matt Walsh and Michael Knowles on it?
Oh my God, Matt Walsh and the Tiger King needs to happen. I'm fully behind you on this pitch.
Yes.
I will bring this to the right people who can make the right decisions.
Please. Can I get like a little special thanks in the
Matt Walsh and the Tiger King is irresistible. Yeah.
Do you think that would be Matt Walsh would be the best at the Daily Wire to tackle the?
Yes.
Okay.
There's just something about the fact that Matt's a cat, and he always kind of gives you the impression that he doesn't want to be there, and he just has to kind of lecture us all. Like he's like the classic dad.
Right.
And I just find him to be so funny, even when he's not trying to be funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. Cool. Well, we'll go around the table once more. So, what is everybody's current relationship status? So, are you single? Are you in a talking stage, situationship, friends with benefits, relationship, married, polycule? Are you whatever maybe? So if you're single, how long have you been single, and what's your longest relationship? Starting with you, go ahead.
I'm in a relationship. I have been for about 1.5 years, and my longest relationship is 2 years.
Okay.
I am single, and my longest relationship was probably about 4 years.
How long have you been single?
I've been single for about, I want to say 1 year now.
Okay.
I'm single. My longest relationship was like around 3 to 4 years, and I've been single since like February, around there.
Okay.
Single. I've been single for 6 years almost now, so.
Since you're pretty much 18, you've been single?
Right.
Okay, gotcha. Did you have like a high school boyfriend or anything like that, or?
Yeah, I think I dated 2 guys in high school, but it was very
at the
brief.
same time?
No,
Oh,
definitely
separately.
not.
Okay. Okay, gotcha. What about you?
So I just got out of a relationship of 6 months with a federal agent, and I am single, ready to mingle.
Federal agent?
Yeah.
CIA? FBI?
Oh.
Coast Guard? Oh wait, that's not it. Never mind.
Federal agent down in Texas. So
Okay.
yeah.
Got it. And what's your longest relationship you've ever had?
I would say 7 years.
7 years. Were you married or?
I was.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. All right.
I'm currently single. My longest relationship was a little over 1 year, and I've been single for about 1 year.
I just started talking to somebody a couple weeks ago, but I guess I'm single, and my longest relationship was about 3 years.
Wait, sorry, you just started talking to somebody, but you're...
I've been single since February 2022, and so it's really fresh.
Okay,
So I would
got
still
it.
consider myself single.
It's early on, okay. Candace, what
I'm
about-
married. I'm married. Third child on the way. Third child will be here in 10 weeks.
Oh, you're pregnant right now?
Yes. Are you kidding me? Very
Oh.
pregnant right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
How
But it's good
far-
of you not to assume, right?
Yeah, I don't
might
want
get in
to.
trouble
I
one
don't want.
day.
Yeah, I don't want to
Yeah.
get into any trouble.
Yeah.
You're how far along?
30 weeks.
30. Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Any
Rounding
thoughts
the
on
corner
the?
here.
Is it a boy?
Thoughts
girl?
on whether it's a boy? No,
Well-
I have a biological
Well,
understanding that it's a boy.
Okay. No, I didn't mean it that
Let's
way.
keep
I
the
didn't mean
thoughts
that
out of
way.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitively a boy. And I have one boy already at home who's
Okay.
2, and I have a little girl that's 1. So we're on the back to. I've basically
Awesome.
been pregnant for 3 years, so this is kind of my permanent state at the
Sure.
moment. Yeah.
Wow. It's. I mean, it's.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Thank
And
you.
it's certainly impressive that you still you're working like crazy and.
Yeah. Well, otherwise you'll just drive yourself crazy.
Yeah.
But
Sweet. And how long have you been married for?
4 years.
4 years.
Mhm.
Gotcha. Okay. And you said earlier on that you used to be kind of left leaning or super left
Definitely
leaning.
left leaning.
Okay.
Yeah. Which
Like
I think
nose
is pretty.
ring, pink
no,
hair?
no. There's no old photos
No?
that are going to
Okay,
surface
okay.
of me in a pussy hat screaming about aborting my children. I'm
Gotcha.
safe in that regard. But I mean, I would say I was definitely on the left, held liberal perspectives, which I think is actually really normal when you're young. I think when you're young, you kind of associate liberalism with freedom. And you're like, well, I mean, even the word sounds better to be a liberal than to be a conservative. So I think that's why they have that quote that if you're not a liberal when you're young, you don't have a heart. If you're not a conservative when you're older, you don't have a brain. So it turns out I had a heart and I do have a brain. So now I'm a conservative. And but I'm actually happy that I used to be a liberal because I think I understand why people gravitate toward it. And it helps me better able to communicate to people because I can understand where they're at. Yeah.
Got it. And since I feel like politics is sort of related to dating because obviously I assume most people want to date and partner with someone who has shared values. So let's go around the table. What's everybody's politics? Would you consider yourself, let's say, liberal, moderate, conservative, apolitical?
I mean, I guess I would have liberal stances or what people would call liberal stances. I don't like to call myself a liberal, but that would be where I guess
Progressive,
you would put me.
maybe?
Progressive would be a good word for it, yeah.
Okay.
I guess liberal.
Okay.
Or liberal.
I consider myself a progressive.
Okay.
I would say I'm is an independent where it's like in between, but kind of more so leaning right, just based off of how I was raised.
How were you raised?
Super conservative, super religious.
Okay. So maybe moderate politically. Maybe are there some things you're a bit more progressive on, other things you're a bit more
Yeah.
conservative on?
Yeah.
Okay. What about you?
So when I started out in my early 20s, I can relate to Candace. I was a little bit more on the left. And then as time has gone on and I've worked real jobs and I've been out in the real world, I'm more to the right. I am independent and I don't like our two-party system. I think it's failed. But I would say I lean more to the right.
Okay.
I was raised very liberal, but I found myself becoming more conservative, especially over the past 3 years. But I wouldn't fully call myself a conservative yet. I would just say I'm still centrist.
Good place to be.
Same. I used to be pretty liberal, but I am very, very conservative.
Oh, you already answered. Okay. Okay, cool. All right. So I have a first question here. So I'm trying to hold on. I'm seeing where I want to start here. Actually, wait. We had one chat come in. I'll just read it while we have it. Goodest boy, thank you for being on the show, Candace. But the world is effed. Can already tell from the panel that your views will not change their outlook. Never say never. Brian, you could be an amazing psyoper. Just saying. I've had a couple accusations that this show is a psyop
Oh my god.
by the CIA. Believe it or not, I've had a couple.
If
So
you have any show, that is an accusation that you get.
Have you had-
Oh
has
my
any-
god, yeah. It's
Candace Owens show is a psyop. By who though? Who is psyoping? Okay, I don't know. But goodest boy, thank you very much for that. And then we had a couple. We had this one.
7 Deadly Simps donated $200.
Nick, can you boost the audio a little?
Dear Candace, what are your thoughts on Proverbs 21:19? Better to live in a desert than with a quarrelsome and nagging wife. Also, 777 decillion 777 no million 777 octillion 777.
He's just kind of joke. He's kind of memeing because
777
the TTS voice will read anything. But so thank you, 7 Deadly Simps. It's almost. I think it's almost done.
777,777.
Welcome to the whatever podcast. So your thoughts on Proverbs 21:19?
I like that we just jumped right into the Bible. That's awesome.
Yeah, there you go.
I would say that, yeah, you should aspire to marry the right person. Definitely.
Okay.
Without question, you should aspire to marry the right person, and part of that is making sure that when you're dating, you're dating somebody of value, and that also when you're considering looking for someone of value, you also take a second to measure yourself and see if you are a person of value that's worthy of marrying, because I think people forget that part. That's almost the most important part.
Got it. So recently a video went pretty viral on the internet, and Candace, you actually tweeted about it. Something about shashuka. I don't know if I'm saying that right. So Nick, if you can pull a video, we're going to just have the panel react to it. And then before you go full screen on that, so Matt Walsh posted it, and I saw this everywhere. I saw it yesterday. Her life doesn't revolve around her family and kids, so instead it revolves around TV shows and pop stars. Worst of all, she's too stupid to realize how depressing this is. And then Candace quote X'd it, quote tweeted, I don't know anymore. Quote X'd it. This is what was future. Wait, this is what was. Okay, This is what future depression, Xanax and wine combo nights alone looks like. But hey, the shashuka.
It's gonna be amazing.
So let's play the video. Nick, if you can go full screen on it, and then we'll get the panel's reaction.
Xanax wine nights.
It's 10:45 a.m. on a Saturday. I'm 29 and single, and I don't have kids yet. Here's what your Saturday morning looks like when you're single at 29 and you don't have a kid running around the house. I didn't rise from my bed until 10:15. Every time I thought, I should probably get up and do something. I thought, why? Nobody's making me. I'm not missing out on anything. I went to Beyonce last night, and I didn't get home until 1 a.m. And I danced and drank my little heart out, and I didn't pay a babysitter to watch my kids as I did that. And I woke up a tad hungover this morning, which is probably why I was in bed for so long. And I was just scrolling on my phone, and I saw a picture of shakshuka, and I thought, you know what sounds really good? Maybe I'm gonna learn how to make shakshuka today, because I have no plans, and I don't have kids, and I don't have a husband, and I don't have errands to run. I can go to the grocery store and learn how to make shakshuka. So that's on my agenda today. Also on my agenda, probably a rewatch of some Real Housewives of New York. I'm also doing a rewatch of Normal People on Hulu, which is really spicy and I highly recommend. Weirdly, I'm into this documentary on Netflix about blue zone countries, so I've got a pretty stacked day. Anyway, I say all this to say, whenever I'm hard on myself about why I'm not married and I don't have kids and I should be further along at 29, almost 30, I wouldn't want to do anything else this Saturday. And I know that you can do all these things when you have kids and you're married, and I understand, but the effortlessness and ease of my life, just kind of focusing on myself and the shakshuka I want to make or the Beyonce concert I want to go to, really pays off when I'm hard on myself for not being where society tells me I should be in life.
I thought it was gonna be really her going shot.
So, why do you guys think that this video went kind of crazy viral, and what's the analysis here?
I mean, it went crazy viral because Matt Walsh tweeted it. Let's be real. That would have just gone into the ethosphere on TikTok, and no one would have talked about it had he not picked that up and tweeted it.
Well, I don't know if Matt Walsh was the first
he
person.
Was.
Well, oh, was he really? Okay, yeah. I didn't know that.
But I guess what's interesting to me is that this woman has actually even said, you know, she gives herself a hard time. She wants to be married. She wants to have children. So I don't think that it's right to demonize her and act like she's going to have a depressing life when she just hasn't found the right person, because clearly she wants those things and she's trying to make herself feel better and other people in that community feel better about not being that far along. Because like you said, you wanted people to settle down with the right person, take their time, figure out if that's the right person. So just because she's 29, you're saying that it's like too late for her and she's going to be doing Xanax and drinking wine at night because she hasn't reached that point
I
yet?
didn't say that. That's not what my tweet said. That's not what my
You
tweet
said the future.
Yeah,
Right.
because she's obviously a narcissist, right? So like,
Why
the
would you
issue,
think
first
that?
and foremost, let's not pretend this is one video that she made. It's her brand on TikTok. It's her brand on social media. She talks about these are this community known as dinks. We're happy and we're childless. She talks about how great it is to be childless. So she has developed she's a social media influencer that talks about childlessness. So let's not pretend this is one woman making a video who just said, oh, I had a great Saturday. There's absolutely no reason, if you had a great Saturday at 29 years old and you learned to make shashuka and you slept in at 11 until 11:15 or 10:15, whatever she said, that you need to bring up children. There's absolutely no reason. You just say, here's what I did today. I laid in all day. I did this. I did that. The fact that she has to correlate it to saying, and this somehow makes me better than people that have children, is the problem.
She doesn't say that.
She literally goes on to talk about not having children. It wasn't necessary in this video. So it's not like people are just shaming single women on the internet. You could go on right now and talk about what you've done all day, and there's no reason to bring up, but you know, having a child or not. She's actually doing the shaming, and now we're trying to pretend that she's the victim. She's not. She has a brand where she talks about childlessness and she talks about leaning into selfishness and all the things that are amazing about not having children. Again, this is not the first video that she's produced. So the reason why, and if you're a man watching this, don't marry this woman. She's basically telling you she's selfish. She's telling you she's a narcissist. Everything she says is about me, 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 me. Even if you're single, you don't have to make your whole day revolve around you. You don't have to. You can get up in the morning, you can go help others, you can do other things. You can say, now that I have free time as a single woman, I can go dedicate time to the church. I can sing. I can do this. I can help people find God. That particular woman that you just looked at is a selfish bitch, and men should not marry her. That's my personal opinion.
You wanted to come in really quick?
Yes, I wanted to answer your question real quick as to, you said why it went viral. I think it went viral because it's like, nowadays, it's like, it's relatable in our day and age. You know what I mean? Like 22, 23 years old. I don't know how old this girl is, but like 29 or whatever. But in my day and age, like, it's relatable to be like, haha, we don't got kids, like, quote unquote,
22.
fuck them kids. You know what I mean? It's like,
I'm glad you're admitting that.
It's like that.
I'm glad
like,
you're admitting that.
It's like a term that people use, you know what I mean? And it's like, it's just relatable.
It's
like, that's why it gets so many views, is what, to answer your question.
I think that's really honest of you to say that.
You wanted to come in? Go
Fuck
ahead.
them kids.
Yeah.
No, I said
I'm
quote
just
unquote.
gonna,
That's what they say.
Yeah, but
I
you're
mean?
admitting that she's starting the fight. You're looking
And
at
it's a
people that are
trend,
moms.
that are
Like,
trending.
I don't when
It's a trend.
when I'm with my kids.
Right.
I don't post videos and say F them single chicks with no kids.
Right.
She did the baiting, okay, and we responded. That's it.
I don't know.
Like, it's a
The
new
first
trend
thing I was
type
going to
thing.
say.
Hold on, let's just let Essie go ahead. Go
the
ahead.
first thing I noticed about the video was that she was putting people with kids down. It'd be fine if she was talking about how her day was and wording it differently, but it seemed like almost immediately from the beginning of the video that she was belittling people with kids, which I think is like the part of the problem.
Pixie, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I think this is like up to interpretation, because personally when I saw that video, my interpretation was like, oh, she's putting herself down because she's saying like, oh, you know, when I tell myself, why am I not further along in life? You know, it's okay because at least I'm enjoying these things. So I could definitely see, like, depending on how you're looking at it or if you have further context, why you would think she's putting kids down. But when I saw that video by itself, I was thinking, like, people are kind of going a little bit overboard in the sense that she says she's being harsh on herself. She doesn't have children, and these are just the things that have made her happy today. And I don't think that by itself, without additional context, is inherently wrong.
Anybody else? Tara, did
Yeah.
I say it right this time?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know the background of what other types of content and messaging she puts out, but just from that video alone, I don't think to me, I never got the impression she was shaming people that women that were married to kids. It felt like she felt bad that she wasn't already there and she was just trying to be optimistic about it. And so I think it sounded more like her content was about making women who are childless and not married yet and are approaching the end of their reproductive years to like look on the bright side. But I really, and all my friends know, I'm like, so eager and ready for like marriage and kids, but I really honestly just didn't get that impression from that video alone that she was in any way.
So when she was talking
shaming.
about, I got to go to a Beyonce concert and I didn't have to pay for a babysitter. You don't think that was
no,
belittling?
like,
She was
that was
obviously
selfish of her to say that.
Yeah, she's
but
being selfish, and she was
saying
being
that.
rude. And if it was flipped, and a conservative woman with children said the opposite of that
Right.
to single women,
It would blow up.
It would blow up, and they would
Right.
say, "How rude of you! Why are you even mentioning single women? Just say you had a good day with your kids. That's
Yeah,
fine. If I
and
said
I
I
feel
woke
like
up, went to the
nowadays
park
it's
with my
like
kids, did that, okay." Chill. Why are you correlating it to children? It doesn't make any sense. So, and like I said, she's produced more content, so that the context is important. She's leaned into this as a brand and as an influencer. So, then you're going to expect the people that influence people to have families to respond. Matt Walsh being among them, me being among them, and I would like to again warn men against marrying a woman who holds those sorts of perspectives, because she's ultimately just selfish. Like I said, you can have a day and you can be single. You don't have to dedicate your whole day to me, narcissist, me, here's what I did for me. It's just not a woman that you want to marry, full stop, for leaving the kids totally separate from it. I wouldn't marry a woman like that.
Go ahead.
And all I'm saying is like, it's sad, but it's crazy that like it's a trend. You know what I mean? Like that's why they're getting so many views on TikTok or Instagram or whatever they're posting these things on. It's like, it's a trend.
Yeah.
And it's crazy.
Just a show of hands, who here wants to have kids one day?
More, yeah. It's my third, but
Besides Candace, does anyone here have kids?
I do.
You got kids? How many? You got?
I have a son. He's 21.
Okay, gotcha.
He's
Gotcha.
perfect, and I'm good.
Okay.
But
got
one
it.
thing I noticed, a trend, like I agree that it's a trend, and she's doing that to brand herself and go viral and get a lot of attention and maybe monetize that. When I talk with other girls and they're younger, and I'll say, "Are you married? Are you planning on having children?" Sometimes that's a hot button for them, and it's maybe perhaps these kind of trends are like it's a rebellious thing, because sometimes it's expected for people to get married out of the gate and have children and that kind of traditional lifestyle. If it's an expectation that parents have that they put on their children, and younger generations aren't having it, especially these days when it's so hard it's so expensive, people are having to work a lot, that's just one thing I've noticed. A little pushback on that question, even when I ask it. And I love children.
Gotcha. And I don't recall if you had a response to Candace or...
I mean, I was just going to say the opposite content does exist, and I would say that it's more prevalent, and usually there's more of it than there is the opposite. And whatever community she wants to represent, I think that somebody that is single, and obviously, like I said, she closed out the video saying, I know that women that are married and have children can do all of these things as well, but this is what makes me feel better because I'm not that far along. And I think if she's giving comfort and solace to women that want to be in that position and aren't quite there yet, whether you took it that way or not, I think that that's okay.
I don't think anything that she did in there was meant to be charitable. It was all about her. So, I mean, just a different interpretation, but I'm just happy that you were honest and admitted that it is becoming trendy to put down women.
Yeah.
But by the way, speaking to what you were saying about it being an act of rebellion, I used to be a feminist. If you had found me, you're 22, right? Found me at 22, I would have probably had the same perspectives as you about family. It is something different, and you will realize that when it's someone that's 29 years old and saying that, it's not the same intention. It's not, I'm young, I'm free, I'm wild, and I think I'm going to live forever. Mm-hmm. What she's doing is something different. And also, just recently today, actually, Emma Roddick-Jakowski came out with a quote about, I think getting divorced before you're 30 is chic. That's something else. And that a woman at 22, a woman at 29 saying something that is appropriate when you're at 21 or 22, it's a little different. And she knew what she was doing. It was intentional. And like I said, if you look into her content, this is not some innocent woman that was posting just to boost herself up on the internet. Mm-hmm. She's trying to get clicks. She's trying to get views. Right. And she got them, for better or for worse.
I want to come back a little bit now to people's relationship status. So, or not even so much relationship status, but perhaps it's related. So both of you do courtship?
Sex work?
Courtship?
Courtesan.
That's
an old-fashioned historical term.
Okay.
Back in the day, courtesans were able to own property, whereas the Little Miss didn't have that ability. The way the laws were written back in the day of ancient years, like the wife was toddlerized. And then the courtesans were able to go and attend the meetings with the politicians and the business owners and actually state their case and be influential.
But okay, so I'm just trying to differentiate here, because courtesan, that's when I think of it, I think of people who are in the court. Typically, there's
In
a
the
kingdom.
courtyard. Yeah.
There's a kingdom. There's a monarch, and there's maybe some of them are dukes, maybe.
It's
or
from that
there's
era, but it
viceroys.
Yeah.
There's some viceroys in there. There's a couple of I don't know some other terms. Lords, ladies.
Yes.
But okay, so you guys work in Nevada, is that correct? In what's the place that you guys work at?
There's different brothels. The Bunny Ranch. I've been at the Bunny Ranch. We've both been there. We've both worked at the world famous Mustang.
Okay.
Those are more normal.
Oh, so you guys both don't work there, or you don't work there anymore. Do you still work at the, what is it called, the Bunny Ranch, or?
So hold on.
We're independent contractors. So
Take your time.
So like when we're on tour, we contract ourselves out, with whomever.
Okay.
So that might change.
Sure. So a couple questions here. So I don't know, maybe it's changed throughout the course of your life, but how many, maybe you see men, maybe you see women, how many per day or per week, do you call them clients? What do you call them? Tricks?
Clients,
What are they called?
friends. No, not tricks.
Marks?
No.
No? Okay. I don't know. I don't know the terminology. I'm not
I mean,
in the world.
some providers may, but they're not maybe
Okay.
the most respectful.
Okay.
I like to deem them friends as soon as I
Sure.
get to know them, and
Gotcha.
and we are like friends. Sometimes we're like married couples, but
Yeah.
it can be it depends, anywhere from like 2 to 3 a day. That's a lot,
2 to 3 a
but
day.
maybe
Okay.
5 a week.
Okay. What about you?
So anywhere between 2 to 3. Oh, sorry.
It's fine.
Anywhere between 2 to 3.
Okay.
And sometimes 4 or 5, depending on.
Sure. Per day.
Yes.
Do you know what the most is in one day? Like, was there one day
It
this?
always fluctuates.
Okay. Is there ever like a 10, a dozen?
I don't.
Yes.
Is that
There. I mean,
Baker's
yeah.
dozen?
It can. It
Okay.
can happen.
Sure.
I don't personally do that.
When coming off the heels of Dennis Hoff's Cat House, there were,